This is Aaron Rice with MarylandLuxuryGroup.com. I am here in Randallstown, Maryland at a beautiful community called McDonogh by Lennar. I'm here with my good friend Gary Smith. He's the new home consultant here. Say hi, Gary.
How you doing?
Good, good. We're talking about the top 10 reasons to buy a new home versus used home. We're on number 4, energy efficiency and cost savings. Today's new homes are far more energy efficient than homes built just 5 years ago. Why settle for a drafty, energy-wasting, single-pane windows in a used home when you could have a brand new home? So talk to me a little about energy efficiency and cost savings here at Lennar.
Well, one of the things that we hear time and time again from our buyers is that they are very dissatisfied with the amount of money they're spending on a month-to-month basis going out to the utility companies. Mm-hmm. And if you look at what Lennar has done, first of all, our designs are quite spacious, ranging anywhere from 2,200 plus square feet all the way up to an excess of 3,300 square feet.
Wow, that's huge.
With an abundance of windows in each design. So natural light, of course, is very important, and that's something we wanted to have as an integral part of the homes that we've are building here at McDonogh Green. But when you have an abundance of windows, well, of course, then you have a lot of thermal exchange, and you pay for the air inside the home. You don't want the temperature exchange, being becoming wasteful overall and seeing high exorbitant utility costs as a result. So we've done our part to seal up these homes, make them a little bit more energy efficient, high energy efficient heating systems. The windows have a gaseous material between the panels, so we reduce some of that temperature exchange. We've increased the R value of the insulation in our walls. You're looking at 2x6 exterior walls with an R value in excess of, right now we're looking at about an R21.
Okay.
Often you lose a lot of energy efficiency in the ceilings above the garages, so we're looking at R values there as high as R49.
And in the wintertime, you actually, because you insulate so well, it actually keeps a lot of the heat in the home and it doesn't escape out.
Absolutely. Okay. And that's ultimately what we're trying to produce here.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I was on a website. It's called startfreshbuynew.com, folks. I definitely encourage you to check it out. And what we did was we analyzed a used home. Let's say the used home value, your current home was worth $350,000, and the square footage was 2,500. Number of occupants were 4 occupants, and the home was built 20 years ago in 1993. What we found is that if you actually bought a new home here at McDonogh Green, you would actually save $6,659 annually because you're not having any maintenance on the new home, and the utilities are a lot more efficient. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing that Lennar has done. And also, one thing we're proud to say is our home buyers here at McDonogh Green in purchasing a Lennar home, they're doing their part for the environment. Because the homes are sealed up so well, we're actually have reduced the carbon footprint. And that, of course, benefits the world that we live in.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so number 5, comfort and indoor air quality. Today's new homes meet stringent energy standards and codes not in place in the past. They combine high-performance, energy-efficient, state-of-the-art air ventilation and air filtration. So talk a little about comfort and indoor air quality here at McDonogh Green.
Well, Aaron, we're lucky today. We have our building supervisor here, Mr. Steve Blasco.
Hey, Steve, nice to meet you.
And he's in charge of overseeing all the production here at McDonogh Green. And he can talk specifically a little bit about the indoor air quality and what Lennar is doing with our designs. And I just want to point out too, Steve comes to us with over a decade and a half of building experience.
Wow.
So he's seen a lot of what different builders are doing out there, and he's quite confident Lennar is definitely a step above.
It's not often I come in and meet with new home consultants and actually get to talk to the builder as well. So Steve, thanks so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule.
No problem.
So talk to me about comfort and indoor air quality here at McDonogh Green.
Well, Lennar, we have what's actually a air seal phase, which is done before we close in the house.
Okay.
Which is drywall. Basically, it's an inspection where the county is mandated from the state of Maryland, comes out that actually checks.
And that would be Baltimore County.
Right.
Okay.
Would check the penetrations in and out. Top plates, bearing walls, any kind of penetration going out through the exterior of the home.
So they do like an energy efficiency type.
Exactly,
okay.
Exactly. We also have a insulation inspector that comes out there and checks after the air phase.
Wow.
And before we are able to close a home, we also do a blower door test.
A blower door test. What's that mean?
It's a machine they hook up to the front door that actually pushes air throughout the house, and it's tested, and it's a way to find out where you're leaking air where where the air might be coming out, and it's mandated to where you actually have a certain percentage that you're allowed.
Okay.
And that has to be approved and passed, a certificate to even get a closing on a house.
Wow. So you do, it's like you check, double check, triple check, and you get a certificate that's
Right.
fully approved by the county.
Yep. And
That's
state.
awesome.
And
That's
that
awesome.
is put into the panel, and the county inspector needs to see that inside the panel before he's even allowed to finalize a house.
Okay, awesome. Well, Steve, thanks so much for stopping in and taking some time out. I appreciate it. Gary, how can folks get in contact with you?
Best numbers to reach me at would be 443-955-1854. They can also go to the Lennar.com website and click on Find My Home, and McDonogh Green will, of course, pop up. And you can also email me directly at gary.smith@lennar.com.
And we're sitting inside of your beautiful model here. What are your model hours?
Typically, we're open 7 days a week. Scheduled hours are from 10 to 6. But often I will make a special arrangement to meet with a buyer if it's inconvenient during those posted hours. So if we need to meet early in the morning, we need to meet late in the evening, I'll certainly do everything I can to accommodate you.
Awesome. This is Aaron Rice, MarylandLuxuryGroup.com. And when we come back for our next video, we're going to talk about low maintenance. We're going to kind of wrap it up with our next couple of videos. Top 10 reasons to buy a new home versus used.